Well, hello and welcome to this special webinar on Sisel's answers to the coronavirus pandemic. This is an update for April 30th, 2020. My name is Bill DeFalco. I'm calling from the Hudson Valley, New York area tonight, and I'm pleased to be your host for this webinar. Just a quick few bullet points on my background. I have college degrees in pre-medical studies and electronics, 42 years of experience as an engineer in medical diagnostic imaging systems. I retired as a specialist trainer and instructor for General Electric's GE Healthcare Division in 2013, and I've been an independent manufacturing rep at Sisel International since August of 2009. I'd like to open with our disclaimer that Sisel's products are not intended to diagnose, treat, or cure any diseases or illnesses. Always consult a doctor or other healthcare professional if you feel sick or if you have any health issues or concerns. And in keeping in compliance with FDA regulations, Sisel International does not make any health claims for their products, as should all nutritional manufacturing companies should be held to that same rule that they're not allowed to make any health claims for their products. Now, Sisel International is spelled S-I-S-D-L, and those letters stand for science, innovation, success, energy, and longevity. Sisel International is a 14-year-old debt-free company headquartered in Springville, Utah. There they operate out of the most advanced manufacturing facility of its kind in the global nutritional products industry. The company was founded by two award-winning PhD biochemists. We have Tom Maurer Sr., who is the founder of the company, and his son, Tom Maurer Jr., who's the co-founder and CEO of Sisel International. Sisel International makes the world's most scientifically advanced products for wellness, weight loss, sports performance, beauty, and age reversal, along with the purest and highest quality CBD oil products on the planet. What I'm going to focus on this particular webinar are Sisel International's advanced wellness products, in particular, the world's most scientifically advanced products for supporting a strong and healthy immune system. Now, the CDC, the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, has stated regarding the coronavirus, with no treatment, no cure, and no vaccine currently available, the only thing standing between you and the coronavirus is your immune system. So the focus of this webinar is going to be around your immune system and the importance of keeping up a healthy, strong immune system. If you look at the statistics of the people who are dying from the coronavirus, thankfully it's a small percentage, but that small percentage is still turning out to be an awful lot of people around the world. And here in the United States, I believe it's hit over 60,000 deaths right now, that's absolutely awful. Now, most of the people who are dying from the coronavirus are elderly people, and what we find very commonly in elderly people are weakened immune systems. But people of any age with weak or compromised immune systems can also fall victim to this deadly virus. Let's talk about some of the ramifications of this coronavirus outbreak. The coronavirus, according to one study, has mutated into at least 30 different strains. Another study reveals that the coronavirus lingered in a woman's eyes long after it was cleared from her nose. So we're talking about different parts of the body. Primarily, the coronavirus attacks the lungs, but can also get into your eyes and your nose as well. So we really need to be heads up and alert in terms of our personal hygiene and our overall wellness to keep our guard up against this deadly virus. Doctors are very concerned about a resurgence or a secondary outbreak of the coronavirus in the fall, where the flu season will further complicate the situation, and it's going to make it difficult in order to diagnose when people come down either with the flu or coronavirus, because the symptoms are very, very simple, because in both cases we're dealing with viruses. This worldwide coronavirus pandemic has caught all of us by surprise. Well, we've heard doctors saying this all over the news for months now, okay? However, Sisel International is actually light years ahead of the rest of the world by having developed, well over a decade ago, the world's most scientifically advanced and most highly effective products for supporting a strong and healthy immune system. And I happen to be a living testimonial of this. So I'm going to share a lot of my story and what these products have done personally for me in support of what this company has produced in terms of, in my opinion, my educated opinion, these are without question the world's most scientifically advanced and most effective products for supporting a strong and healthy immune system. I'd like to share with you my impressive 40-year immune system transformation story. Now, what I have personally experienced with Sisel's advanced products is 100% medically documented. All of the testimonials I've shared with people over my years with Sisel, 10 years now, we're going on 11 this August of 2020. It will be my 11th year with Sisel. All of the testimonials I've shared are all medically documented, and I'd like to go over with you the different areas of where my medical documentation can be found. In the medical records of my primary healthcare doctor's archives, also the medical records of the cardiologists I've seen in my life, all of the dental records of all of the dentists I've visited to date, the medical records in the archives of the FAA certified medical examiners who I've seen throughout my life for my periodic medical exams that are required to fly as a pilot in command of an aircraft, and the medical records of the chief medical doctor and head flight surgeon of the FAA, the Federal Aviation Administration. So that's an impressive resume of medical documentation. So when I make a statement, I can back it in solid medical documented fact. When I make a statement regarding, my personal testimonials. So let's talk about my impressive 40-year immune system transformation story. Over the first 30 years of my 40-year story, from ages 28 to 58, I regularly got colds and flu attacks over those years, with the flu attacks getting worse as I grew older. In fact, by the time I got to my mid-50s, the flu attacks were so severe that I found myself in bed so sick I literally felt like I was dying. I'm sure anyone who's had a really bad flu attack can relate to that. However, over the past 10 years, since getting on Sisel's advanced wellness products, I've not had one single attack of the flu. And I've only had one bad cold, which Sisel's Avenger knocked out in just 48 hours. So what I'd like to share with you right now were the Sisel products that transformed my immune system. First of all was the Super Shine toothpaste, the Terminator mouth rinse. These two dental products alone are, in my opinion, the finest in the world. A product called Eternity, and another product from Sisel called Fucoid Intensified. So before I go any further, I want to share some startling statistics with you. Per the Center for Disease Control, the CDC, this is really startling. Half of American adults have gum disease. And 2 out of every 3 adults, 65 and over, have gum disease. That's a pretty startling statistic. Both of them, half of American adults have gum disease, and 2 out of every 3 adults age 65 and over. 2 out of 3 of people over 65 and over have gum disease. Why is this happening? In my personal observations, what I've seen over the past 40, 50 years, that the vast majority of dental care products sold in stores that contain harmful toxins, including fluoride, and they are essentially ineffective in killing the germs that cause gum disease. Now, these 3 images I have up here, they show the progression of gum disease, from healthy gums to unhealthy gums. The picture on the left, you can see healthy teeth and gums. The middle picture is inflammation and receding gum lines that begins with moderate gum disease. This is when gingivitis starts to take place and you start getting germs and bacteria and virus and all sorts of things that are growing deep down in the pockets of the teeth. And as they do that, they actually degrade the health of the gums. And then the picture on the right shows advanced gum disease with severe gum recession, severely receded gums. Now here's a picture inside of the oral cavity showing on the left unhealthy gums, where you have a bright red color to the gums. You could also see that the gums are swollen and they're loose, and they just, you can see they have a very unhealthy appearance to them. And on the right is what healthy gums should look like, and they should look pink and firm and tight. So if you look at the difference between healthy gums and unhealthy gums, the difference is readily noticeable. And For years, I dealt with the picture on the left-hand side. Again, because of the dental products I've been using all those years. Now, here's another set of images of the healthy gums versus diseased gums. The first picture on the top left shows healthy gums. You can see the tooth is firmly rooted into the healthy gum foundation, and so it's nice and tight, and it's held well in place. And that would be the condition that everyone should be in. But unfortunately, half of the people in this country, half the adults, they have gingivitis or periodontal disease or full-blown periodontitis, which is full-blown gum disease. And you can see in those other three pictures there, the one on the top right and two on the bottom, you see the progression of gum disease as it gets worse and worse. And it actually starts, breaking down the foundation of where the teeth are rooted. It breaks the gums down. The teeth then become loose, and literally, the teeth can literally just fall out of your mouth in cases of advanced gum disease. Now, here's another view side by side showing healthy gums on the left-hand side. Once again, the tooth firmly rooted in a good, strong support base of healthy gum tissue. And on the right-hand side, you see plaque and calculus build up on the teeth, and you see deepening pockets and inflammation associated with gum disease. So what's going on in there is you have populations of germs and bacteria and all sorts of fungi and things, even viruses living down there that are eroding the health of the gums. And not only eroding the health of the gums, but this also compromises your overall immune system. Now, I was among the 50% of adults who had gum disease until I came to Sisel International. The bacteria behind gum disease significantly compromises your immune system. Basically, your immune system is working overtime trying to deal with the germs and bacteria in the mouth. And when you get an infection, like a virus or, anything, in this particular case, what's going on right now, coronavirus, if your immune system is weak and then compromised, it can't fight off the invading germs, and you could fall victim to the coronavirus or to even the flu itself. Over the last 10 years in this country, I believe the number was over 1/3 over 350,000 people have died of the flu in this country over the past 10 years. Again, you're looking at people who have had severely compromised immune systems, and when you pair that with the statistics of half of all adults having gum disease and 2 out of 3 adults 65 and over having gum disease, you see a very strong correlation there. And in my case, it was dramatic. Most all dental care products are woefully inadequate in preventing gum disease. The vast majority of dental care products sold in stores contain harmful toxins, including sodium lauryl sulfate and sodium fluoride, which has been classified as a neurotoxin. That's a poison to the brain, a neurotoxin. Mouth rinse products use alcohol for germs, for killing germs. That's what most mouth rinse products use. They use alcohol as a germ-killing agent. However, alcohol is a very poor germ-killing agent. It just doesn't get the job done. In order to have the kind of alcohol presence needed to kill germs very effectively, you need a 60% formulation. That's way too strong to put into your mouth. So essentially, the alcohol they put, the levels of alcohol they put in the mouth rinse products are just not sufficient enough to combat the kinds of heavy bacteria and germs and fungi colonies that take hold and survive and thrive deep down in the gum pockets. My personal 44 years of experience from age 14 to 58 using alcohol-based mouthwash products clearly shows it to be the truth that alcohol is not an effective germ-killing agent. And, from what I can, my observation throughout my years and looking at these statistics of half of all adults having gum disease, it surely paints the picture here that alcohol is just not what you want to have in your mouth rinse product, for a germ-killing agent. It's just not effective. What I discovered at age 58, just over 10 years ago, coming up on 11 years now, this August, is the world's most exceptional dental care products. Sisel's Super Shine toothpaste, which is toxin-free, no fluoride, no sodium lauryl sulfate. It out-cleans every other brand. And in addition to that, every time you brush your teeth with this remarkable toothpaste, because it has the same minerals that are found in tooth enamel, formulated into the toothpaste along with a unique binding agent. Every time you brush your teeth, you remineralize and rebuild and strengthen tooth enamel. It literally rebuilds your teeth, which is absolutely amazing. Terminated mouth rinse, which is also toxin-free, fluoride-free. This is a unique formulation that you just don't find in all the other toothpaste and mouth rinse products out there. And we'll talk about that in a moment. Stabilized chlorine dioxide. It's the most powerful formulation for killing germs. And it also soothes and relieves pain. Now, let's talk a little bit more about terminated mouth rinse, and in particular, in the little 2-ounce spray bottle. And there you see a picture of a face mask being sanitized by just spraying the terminated mouth rinse on the face mask. You could spray both sides of it, and if you're out and about and on the fly, you're out shopping or wherever you are out in public, you can actually spray that on your face mask on the fly to sanitize it. Now, the proprietary stabilized chlorine dioxide formulation in terminated mouth rinse, it kills germs, bacteria, fungi, and viruses. You know, most of the hand sanitizer products they sell out there, they're not even strong enough to kill viruses. They only kill germs and bacteria and fungi, but this is strong enough to kill viruses. In fact, if you do research on chlorine dioxide, this is such a powerful germ killer, it could kill anthrax. This is the best, the most powerful germ-killing agent you get, that's available, is chlorine dioxide. However, stabilized chlorine dioxide, which is a unique formulation proprietary to Sisel, this will not convert over to chlorine bleach in your body, as will just plain chlorine dioxide. So this is actually safe for consumption. Now, as I mentioned, this is the most convenient way to sanitize your face mask, especially when you're out in public. And because it's stabilized chlorine dioxide, it can be safely sprayed into the mouth, the nostrils, and inhaled into the lungs. You can even add a 1/4 ounce to a 1/2 ounce of terminated mouth rinse to 8 ounces of water to make a very powerful drink that can help fight internal infections in the body. Now let's talk about some of the incredible uses of terminated mouth rinse in the 2-ounce spray bottle and terminated mouth rinse in general. This is one product you don't want to leave home without. Now you can use it to freshen your breath, just spray it right into your mouth. You can use it to soothe a dry or sore throat. In fact, I have one right next to me when I do my webinars. If my throat happens to get dry, rather than drinking water, I just spray it right into my mouth and the back of my throat, and it immediately gets rid of a sore or dry throat, as I will do right now. Here we go. A couple of quick pumps into the mouth, and boy, it's so refreshing. It helps fight lung infections. You can actually inhale the spray into your lungs. And, airborne viruses, and that's where viruses typically are transmitted from person to person when you're out in public with other people. That's why they have the 6-foot rule to keep your distance from other people, because just people inhaling and exhaling, if they have a virus, they're exhaling virus into the air, and if you're in the vicinity, you inhale it, boom, it goes right into your lungs. So, first of all, until we get the situation under control, you have to wear your face mask, but you can use this terminated mouth rinse to sanitize your face mask on the fly. In fact, I actually, when I'm out in public, I'll lift the mask up and give a couple of shots right into my mouth and inhale it down my throat, as well as spray the mask just to keep that protection at its maximum level. Now, this also helps to relieve a sinus infection. You just inhale the spray up your nostrils. Now, I developed a really bad sinus infection going back to when I was 14 years old. I used to swim in a lake that was, I didn't realize it, but there was a high algae content in the lake, and I used to love swimming underwater, and I got a lot of that water up my nose. Well, what happened after a couple of years, the algae worked its way up into the sinus pockets over my eyes, and I developed these really severe, very painful sinus headaches, and I suffered with those for over 44 years, from age 14 to 58. Well, when I finally got to this company and got this terminated mouth rinse spray, I started inhaling it up my nostrils. I did that just one day, and from that day on out, 10 years now, I've not had a sinus headache. It's pretty amazing. It helps relieve itching from athlete's foot, jock itch, and other skin irritations. Just spray it right on the area where the itching is, and goodbye itching. And also helps relieve, if you've been itching yourself and breaking up the skin, it helps actually to heal the skin back over and stops the itching. Now you can spray it on a cut to prevent infection and expedite healing. It's sprayed on minor burns to quickly relieve pain and speed healing, okay? again, you don't want to use it for minor cuts and bruises, but it works great to help alleviate pain and expedite healing. And it's great for soothing a sunburn. You just spray it on your sunburn, and it actually can help prevent the skin from flaking if you get it on there, quick enough. So that's just page 1. Let's go to page 2. Now you can spray it on bug bites, mosquito bites, and bee stings to alleviate the pain. And also from mosquito bites, it stops the itching. If you spray it on right away, you won't be itching that mosquito bite. It helps prevent an infection because a lot of mosquitoes carry infection as well as other airborne insects. And it helps us speed up recovery. So for that reason alone, you don't want to leave home without your little 2-ounce Terminator mouth rinse with you, especially if you have children. You spray it on, even if you have a pet, by the way, that gets a bee sting, you could spray it on pets to help alleviate pain. It's actually great for getting rid of fungal infections under the pet's ears. You could spray it on poison ivy, poison oak, poison sumac to help relieve the itching and discomfort and expedite the clearing and healing. You'd be surprised how fast poison ivy, poison oak, and poison sumac will clear up when you spray it with Terminator mouth rinse. It helps to relieve mouth pain. You hold a ½ ounce of the mouth rinse in the mouth over the pain area for 3 to 5 minutes, and then rinse and repeat as needed until you get a chance to get to a dentist to see what's causing the pain, okay? Relieves middle ear infections. This is amazing. You swab the ears with a Q-tip that's moistened in Terminator mouth rinse. And here's a great one. How about teething pain? Okay, children, there's something they all go through as they break their teeth and break new teeth, and you can actually swab the gums with the Terminator, or even take a sterile gauze and moisten it with Terminator. Just let them chew on it, and it helps alleviate teething pain. I have a 9-year-old niece who was suffering from a loose tooth. She had discomfort in her mouth, and I gave her some of the Terminator mouth rinse, and as soon as she put it in her mouth, she went, right away. I said, all right, hold it in your mouth. I was timing it. I told her, I want you to hold it in your mouth over the loose tooth for a few minutes. I timed it for 2 minutes, and after she rinsed it out, she said to me, the pain went away immediately. And later on, she came up with the tooth in her hand and showed it to me. She said it fell out. I didn't even feel it. So for older children, who are losing their baby teeth and getting their adult teeth, this helps alleviate the pain of the baby teeth falling out and the new teeth coming in. So what we're talking about here, folks, is the most exceptional dental care products. They're the world's best for promoting clean, healthy gums and strong, healthy teeth. And this is going to go a long way to help strengthen your immune system, okay? And these products can potentially save you thousands of dollars in dental care costs, as they have done for me over the 10 years I've been using them. Think about it. Your small investment in this dental care product, you can get dental products a little cheaper than these, but they're not going to deliver the kind of results you get with these products, which is truly amazing, as you just saw from the 2 pages of all the great things you can use the spray with, okay, the Terminator mouth rinse spray. Let's talk about teeth as they wear down over time, just like the tires on your car, but they're far more costly to replace than the tires on your car. In fact, teeth replacement costs can run up to tens of thousands of dollars. And let me go back to that picture for a minute, okay? So I want to make sure I don't miss this, okay? So in talking about these teeth replacement costs, a full upper and lower set of implants can run $30,000 to $40,000. Now just imagine you work hard all your life and you save your money, only to wind up shelling out $30,000 to $40,000 for implants. If you use our dental products, which rebuild your tooth enamel every time you brush, you can have your healthy teeth right to the day you die, and healthy gums to keep those healthy, strong teeth in place. Literally, think about the money it could save you, and not only that, the pain and discomfort of having to go through getting, what's left of your teeth pulled out and all these holes drilled into your gums to attach all these pins and screws. And this can all be avoided, folks, just by switching your brand of dental products from what you're using right now to Sisel's exceptional dental care products, our Super Shine toothpaste, our Terminator mouth rinse. These unmatched dental care products can actually save your teeth, and may even save you tens of thousands of dollars in teeth replacement costs. Now, the next product I ordered after the Terminator mouth rinse and the Super Shine toothpaste was Eternity. Now, this is the first and still the only effective resveratrol supplement. Resveratrol is a powerful natural nutrient that's found in its most potent form in the dark purple grapes that are used to make red wine. Now, there are companies out there that use things like Japanese knotweed or other sources of resveratrol, which are not anywhere near as potent as the resveratrol found in the dark purple grapes that are used to make red wine, and that's our primary source of resveratrol. On the website of the U.S. National Library of Medicine at pubmed.gov, you will find over 12,900 medical scientific studies on resveratrol, including over 670 specific medical studies on how resveratrol can benefit, or on resveratrol's benefits in supporting a strong and healthy immune system. Now, to this day, most people still have never heard of resveratrol, and those who have heard of it, or who have even tried some of the other resveratrol supplements out there, have never really experienced the full potential of resveratrol because it is so difficult to make it into a viable supplement. Once removed from its source inside the grape or wherever you're getting it from, resveratrol will rapidly lose its potency. Once it's removed from its source, it loses its potency and its efficacy due to oxidation, which means what you're getting in terms of all those other resveratrol products, the only resveratrol you're getting is the word resveratrol on the package. You're not getting any active resveratrol in those products. I found that out because I went through resveratrol products for over 32 years and saw no results from them until I got to Sisel and discovered the real deal. The Eternity is made with a patented resveratrol delivery system that maintains the potency and the efficacy of the resveratrol, which is depleted by upwards of 98% by oxidation in all other resveratrol supplements out there. In fact, it's Eternity that really is what first drew me to Sisel International back in August of 2009, when at age 58, I had reached the lowest point in my 32-year battle with heart disease. After 4 coronary angioplasties and 6 stents, I was so weak that it left me wondering at age 58 if I would ever even live to see my 60th birthday. But just after 6 weeks on Eternity, one of my routine blood tests, at that time when I was on medication, I had to get my blood tested 3 times a year, every 4 months. Well, after 6 weeks on Eternity, one of those scheduled tests came up, and the results stunned me and my doctors by indicating the lowest cholesterol and triglyceride levels in my 32-year, at that time, medical history of those levels. My doctor was stunned to see that, I showed up with, prior to that, my doctor said to me the lowest we could ever get your cholesterol and your triglycerides, even with the medication, was 220 on the cholesterol and 330 on the triglycerides. Prior to that, I had very, very high cholesterol and triglycerides problem. It just runs in my family. I come from a family where the men don't even live to see their 60th birthday. But in my dad's case, I caught him having his first heart attack at age 56, and I gave him aspirin right away and took him to the hospital. And because I was Johnny on the spot with the aspirin, that's just some 45 years ago, when most people didn't know about it. I happened to be studying medicine at the time, so I was one of the very few people who knew that aspirin, when given right at the onset of a heart attack, can actually help prevent death from a heart attack. But the long story short is my dad lived another 10 years because I happened to be there with the aspirin I was at the right place at the right time, and he lived to 66. He was the only one of his brothers who lived to see his 60th birthday and beyond. His 3 brothers, my 3 uncles, all dropped dead on the streets of Brooklyn of massive heart attacks, and not one of them saw their 60th birthday. Again, aspirin made the difference, okay? But in my case, I suffered with the same problem, high cholesterol, high triglycerides, and when my doctor got this blood test report and saw that for the very first time in my, at that time, 32-year medical history of my cholesterol and triglyceride levels, which the lowest they've ever been my doctor said the lowest we ever got them down to was 220 on the cholesterol, 330 on the triglycerides. He opens up the blood test report and wanted to know how I got them both down into the 170s. And I asked him a question. I said, Doctor, have you ever heard of resveratrol? He said, yes, I have. I said, Doc, I never told you this. I've been taking resveratrol for a number of years now from other companies, but I never even bothered to tell you because every time I sat down to go over the results of my blood tests, the numbers, the cholesterol and triglyceride numbers were not getting any lower. They didn't budge. So I knew that all of those supplements I had been taking were bogus. And unfortunately, that's the case with most of the nutritional supplements out there. They're just poorly formulated, they don't deliver the results, and they really, for the most part, are good for nothing. That's why doctors have been, for the most part, against taking vitamins, because they tell you don't waste your money. They just go in one end and out the other. Well, I hate to say, over 32 years of me trying all these other vitamins, they were right. Those vitamins didn't do anything for me, but when I discovered Sisel International and the world's most scientifically advanced products, boy, did things ever change for the big time. And let me tell you how big they changed, okay? They changed so big that I was able to work out a plan with my doctors to get weaned off all the medication. They worked out a 12-month plan for me to gradually reduce the medication each month when they saw how well these products were working in lowering my cholesterol and triglycerides, and I was able to make, in their own words, a spectacular recovery from heart disease. In fact, so spectacular that the Federal Aviation Administration reinstated my medical certificate for my pilot's license, something that has never been done before with a person of my advanced coronary artery disease. I invite you to take a half hour to listen to an interview of me by a good colleague of mine at Sisel, Dr. Kurt Visnick. And then in that interview, you're going to learn all the details of what I went through with these amazing products and how I made this incredible recovery. Simply go to youtube.com, and in the search box, type this into the search box: a spectacular recovery from heart disease with eternity, as in from here to eternity. A spectacular recovery from heart disease with eternity, and you'll be able to access that 30-minute interview. It really is an eye-opener, an ear-opener, a mind-blower. What an amazing product. Now let's talk about the fourth product that I got involved with when I got on board with Sisel, something I'd never heard of before, a very powerful natural nutrient called fucoidan in the form of a patented fucoidan supplement from Sisel International called Fucoidan Intensified. I kind of prided myself on all the nutritional knowledge I had, through my studies of medicine and my independent studies I continued after college. But it wasn't until I reached age 58 that I learned about something, this powerful natural nutrient that most people out there, I'd say 99% of the people, better than 99% of the people out there, have never heard of fucoidan. It's a powerful natural nutrient which is found in its most potent form in a unique variety of seaweed called limu moi. The island archipelago, which is a cluster of islands, of Tonga in the deep South Pacific Ocean, provides the world's richest source of limu moi. Sisel International utilizes Tongan limu moi in their patented fucoidan supplement. The website of the U.S. National Library of Medicine, PubMed.gov, has over 1,900 medical scientific studies on fucoidan, including over 380 studies on how fucoidan supports the immune system. So think about what happened to me. Over the years before Sisel, getting colds, flu on a regular basis, going on 30, 40 years, okay? And over the 10 years since, I haven't had a flu and only one bad cold. Well, without a doubt, changing over to the dental products that got rid of my gum disease, literally annihilated my gum disease, and cleaned up my gum health to the point where it should be, and then having the additional immune system support of resveratrol and fucoidan. In my opinion, it's these four products, the Super Shine Toothpaste, Terminator Mouth Rinse, Eternity, and fucoidan, that turned my immune system around and my life around, indeed. Let me just go over this little chart here that has highlights of some of the most powerful benefits of fucoidan, the naturally occurring nutrient. It contains antioxidants, which protect against cell damage. It kills viruses. How do you like that? Prevents blood clots. It's a powerful anti-inflammatory agent that combats inflammation. So if you have an injury, like I had last year when I slipped on black ice at night, I didn't see it, and I fell really hard on my left side and broke 6 ribs. The pain was unbearable, but fortunately I was home and I was able to hobble back into the house and yell for my wife to bring me a glass of fucoidan. And as soon as I drank it down, within less than 2 minutes, all that inflammation, all that pain from the severe inflammation went away. I was able to stand up and, assess my situation, and I didn't like what I felt moving around inside. My wife took me to the hospital, and a set of x-rays and a CAT scan revealed 6 fractured ribs. The doctors couldn't believe I was walking around without pain, but that's because I had, drank 4 ounces of fucoidan before she drove me to the hospital. It prevents blood clots, by the way. Blood clots can happen when you have trauma, and blood clots can be deadly in the body. You know, they could cut off the blood supply to the heart to create a heart attack, or they can cut off blood supply to the brain to create a stroke. So having the ficoidin in your body, especially after your injury, is going to prevent the formation of blood clots. It's a powerful anti-inflammatory agent, as I mentioned, to combat inflammation. It strengthens the immune system, as I mentioned on the previous slide. And so that additional immune system support, no doubt, has played a role in the turnaround of my immune system health. It helps lower PSA score in men, which is an indicator of a man's risk for prostate cancer. And in my case, I was at 3.9 when I came to Sisel. 4.0 is the red line. I was right up there scratching the red line of where a man would be at a high risk for prostate cancer. But after just 4 months on this ficoidin product, my PSA score plummeted, to the amazement of me and my doctor. He couldn't believe it. It went from 3.9 all the way down to 1.9 after 4 months. It also stimulates the production of stem cells to aid the healing process. So when my doctors told me at age 67 last year that this 67-year-old man would take 90 days or 3 months to heal from 6 fractured ribs, I stunned everyone when I made a full recovery in just 6 weeks, because I was taking ficoidin on a regular basis every day, and I still continue to take it. So that helps speed up the healing process, because ficoidin stimulates stem cells, which your body needs to repair damage. It lowers high blood pressure, and it promotes normal, healthy blood pressure. And it's scientifically proven to promote apoptosis or apoptosis of cancer cells, which is the death of cancer cells. And this has been medically proven. And there's thousands of scientific studies to back that up as well. What an amazing product, what an amazing nutrient. This powerful natural nutrient is ficoidin. And it's what Sisel has done is that they've put together a ficoidin supplement that's made with 20 formulation and manufacturing patents to produce the purest and the most potent ficoidin supplement available. No first aid kit is complete without a bottle of ficoidin, and everyone who wants to maintain the healthiest state of health possible, you want to have a shot of ficoidin. I take ficoidin every night before I go to bed as a nightcap, and in the morning I take my Eternity, and also I take another product along with the Eternity. You see, Sisel has 3 of these powerful liquid nutritional supplements. Now, these aren't these juice products that you've seen over the years being sold and hyped as being the greatest thing since sliced bread, because all of those juice products are nothing more than just fruit juice. And they're selling them for $40, $50 a bottle, and you can get the same nutrition from a bottle of Welch's grape juice for $2.95 in the grocery store. No, this is not bottled juice, folks. These are highly advanced liquid nutraceutical supplements with multiple patents and formulations behind them you won't find anywhere else. These 3 products together are called the Triangle of Life. They're made up of Eternity and ficoidin, the 2 products I've covered already, and the third one is Spectramax. This is the world's first megatonic. It contains all of your daily essential vitamins plus 40 antioxidants and 74 trace minerals in a unique fulvic acid formulation. I'm going to talk about fulvic acid in a few moments here as I move on to cover some of the additional unique and highly effective immune system support products exclusively from Sisel International, and they are the Body Shield, Influence, and Avenger. Now, Body Shield is a one-of-a-kind product. There's really nothing else like it. My wife and I take this every night with our dinner, and what Body Shield does, it utilizes the science of fulvic acid to attack and destroy viruses. What fulvic acid essentially does in Sisel's unique Body Shield supplement, this proprietary fulvic acid formulation is designed to protect your cells by binding with and coating dangerous viruses and preventing them from attaching to and infecting the healthy cells in your body, while at the same time they signal the immune system to go after and destroy these viruses. What an amazing product, folks. So you have your Terminator mouthwash spray as your upfront first line of defense, and now your second line of defense internally is your Body Shield. Now, these 2 products together can be had for around $50, which is very reasonable to protect yourself against getting a severely bad attack of the virus, especially what's going on out there right now, okay? So let's go on to the next one, Influence. Now, this is a proprietary blend of immune system boosting ingredients that provide strong nutritional support to your body to help fight off colds, flus, and viruses. Now, if you happen to get a really, really bad attack of the flu or a real bad cold like I did over my 10 years, just one bad cold, I turned to the Avenger. This is what I call the atomic bomb of immune system support products. Avenger has a very unique formulation that provides maximum support for fighting the toughest colds, flus, and viruses. There's not another product like it on the market. In fact, we've had people who've had bouts of Lyme disease who've tried everything they can get their hands on, from prescription to over-the-counter, without any relief, and they've been able to have amazing, incredible relief to the point where they have no symptoms anymore of Lyme disease. And this is the only product we've ever heard out there that can actually help address the issues of Lyme disease. Can't say it cures it. We're not allowed to say that, folks, but it sure brings relief, like these folks who've had Lyme disease, who've tried these other products with no results, and then try Avenger. They rave about this product to us and tell us they've never seen anything like it. Now let's go over a few other products here of the really great products in Sisel for protecting against germs, bacteria, fungi, and viruses, okay? And what we're talking about here is, first of all, a cucumber lime hand and body wash formulated with colloidal silver. Now, colloidal silver, it's a very powerful germ-killing agent, and however, we believe only using it externally. There are people who take colloidal silver internally, but we don't recommend it because silver is a heavy metal that will accumulate in the body, and you just can't get rid of it. And over time, it will build up, and there's actually been cases of people, their whole skin turning blue from too much ingestion of colloidal silver. And once that happens, it's an irreversible condition. So for those reasons, we recommend not taking colloidal silver internally and instead using it only externally. Then we have the Organic Cleanse, or fruit and vegetable wash. Now, this is the best way to clean your fruits and vegetables. And, you know, understandably, fruits and vegetables are handled by a lot of hands from where they, from the farm until they make it to your supermarket. And in the past, my wife was pretty content just washing the fruits and vegetables under the water, the running water from the sink. But now she won't eat fruits or vegetables or prepare any food with them without first putting them in a bath of the Organic Cleanse. And the very first time she did that, she couldn't believe how dark and murky the water turned after she took them out of the bath of a solution of water and Organic Cleanse. So this is the best way to sanitize your fruits and vegetables. And then we have one other product here I want to mention, which is our Antiseptic Clean dish soap. So, for dishes and stuff that you clean by hand, this is a very powerful germ-killing product as well. So that about rounds it up, folks. I'm going to wrap it up here. And at this point, what you want to do is you want to get back to the independent Sisel distributor who invited you to this overview. For more information on Sisel's products and also to register for free as a preferred customer, where you can save 10% off the suggested retail prices. And if you're looking to start a great home business, you want to get back to the person who sent you here to find out how you can become an independent manufacturing rep, as I've been for the past 10 years and have developed an incredible supplemental retirement income here that is really making my retirement so much more enjoyable. I will close again with our disclaimer that Sisel's products are not intended to diagnose, treat, or cure any diseases or illnesses. You always want to consult a doctor or other healthcare professional if you feel sick or if you have any health issues or concerns.